this is Ackley, SamAttack4427 here, and welcome to another episode of WTPU, aka What the Pickup? Now, as you may recall, in the last episode of the show, which you can see right down over here, I talked about my Dedenne plushie that I got years and years ago that I did utilizing most of my videos, particularly family movie collaboration for sure, and I guess overall, on its own, I really do think it's actually a really fascinating plushie by far. I really love the hell out of it, and I do think it's actually well worth it for sure to really get where I need to be for sure. So yeah. Yeah, I guess pretty much on its own and completely out of character for sure, I really do think it's actually a really fascinating plushie by far, and this is coming from plenty of the other Pokemon plushies that I currently own as of now, and that's just to name me a few for sure. So yeah, regardless of that, really do love it in the end, and I really do think it's actually well worth it for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. So yeah, if you want to check that episode out for yourself, then don't worry about a thing. There's a card over there over at the top right corner of the screen, as well as, of course, the link to it down the description box below. So yeah, whichever you prefer, go right ahead. I'll wait until you come back. Yeah, take all the time you need. I'll be here by the time you come back for sure. Again, no rush or anything. I'll be here for sure. Right up until you come back for sure. To which, yeah, I guess with what I've seen, looks like you're in for something electrifying for sure. I think that's how I think that might be the right way to say it, but yeah, you kind of get the idea, so yeah. Yeah, to think I actually did utilize this for most of my videos outside of family movie collaboration by far. Who knew? Alright, I guess seeing how you did already see the last episode of this show, we might as well go ahead and start up this episode as we normally do. Well, I guess following up to the previous episode for sure, I've decided to talk about another plushie from that I currently got for sure, and again, if you have seen my videos, you see me actually utilize this for sure, but again, similar to what I actually did with my Dedenne plushie in the previous episode, I am gonna finally talk about this one on its own and completely out of character for the time being for sure, and well, I guess the one I'm gonna be referring to is, of course, well, this. So yeah, what I actually got right here is, of course, this plushie version of course, well, obviously, you can tell this is, of course, a plushie version of course, Fluttershy from My Little Pony Friendship is Magic that, believe it or not, according to one of the Who's, is actually done by a website called PonyPlushies.com, to which, I guess probably by the time this episode is out, it's no longer in existence as of now, but yeah, I did manage to get this plushie. Yeah, I think ironically enough, unlike the Dedenne plushie where I got it 9 years ago, I actually did get this Fluttershy plushie well over 11 years ago for sure. So yeah, roughly over a decade by far, and well, I kind of figure now would be a good time for me to finally talk about this one for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. So with that being said, let's go ahead and talk about this one. Alrighty then, so yeah, now that we got the introduction out of the way, we can get ourselves in to finally talk about this one for sure. Now, beforehand, I might as well get some things out real quick. Now, if you may recall, well over years and years ago, I'm pretty sure you are familiar with, of course, My Little Pony Friendship is Magic for sure. of course, why the hell shouldn't I bring it up for sure? Pretty much back in the day, it was, of course, a really incredible show for sure that really gave pretty much a nice resurgence to the My Little Pony franchise for sure, and gave birth to the Brony fandom, which hasn't actually been pretty much been around for some time now for sure, though. There are quite a few that are still around for sure. And of course, let's not forget to mention several conventions revolving around My Little Pony and the Brony fandom are still currently going on, even to this day, long after pretty much the show has now been, has long since ending in 2019 for sure, So yeah, and of course, if you may recall, pretty much years and years ago, believe it or not, I was actually part of the Brony fandom for sure. I actually did get into My Little Pony way back in the, pretty much in the early years, around the time I think the, pretty much the second or third season was around for sure. Yeah, I'm definitely going to say, I think, probably around the time the show was about 3 seasons in, for sure, and I was hooked on, for sure. I really had a good time seeing the show, for sure, and even gained some nice Brony merch at the same time, really helped out in the long run, and I did try my hand at, of course, doing some Brony-related content, or, of course, some My Little Pony content back in the day, for sure, to really get where I need to be for sure. So, but then again, that was actually years ago for sure. So it's been a long time for sure. However, I actually stopped watching the show around the time the 6th season wrapped up, and even after the feature film from 2017, mainly because of other interests that pretty much piqued, my interest for sure, that did kind of prevent me from, of course, pretty much checking more out of the show for sure. And, well, let's face it, I think the show itself has, of course, pretty much gone a little downhill for sure since then for sure. So yeah, I guess it has been a while for sure. And again, I did stop watching it around the time the 6th season ended. And of course, after I checked out the feature film from 2017, which I do currently have on Blu-ray as of now for sure. So I think that will give you the idea for sure. So yeah, and I think the closest thing that I actually did that pretty much, that is, of course, My Little Pony related after Friendship is Magic is over, is pretty much the New Generation, pretty much a New Generation movie that came onto Netflix a few years ago, which I did check out and I really enjoyed for sure. But I haven't really been caught up to date on that since then because I felt a little burned out from anything My Little Pony related for sure. But I still kept around some good stuff for sure. Pretty much as a good way for me to remember those good old days for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. And I guess in this case, this Fluttershy plushie that I actually got right here is actually definitely one of them that I kept around for sure amongst many for sure. So I think it makes sense for me to finally talk about this for sure because, well, I did talk about some My Little Pony stuff in the past for sure. So I think that would pretty much get you the idea for sure. So I guess for the sake of this Fluttershy plushie that I got right here, how did I manage to get this for sure? Well, ironically enough, as I've mentioned, this was, of course, made by the now defunct PonyPlushies.com, who actually specializing, of course, making, well, plushie versions of course, the characters from Friendship is Magic for sure. So yeah, and I did recall actually pretty much seeing this plushie for sure that's done by pretty much William Patterson, who you may know as DeWilsonator, aka the artist formerly known as Miss Oliver and Blossom. Yeah, when he got into the fandom for sure, and upon looking at this plushie, I figure, wow, this actually looks great, and when I discover where this actually came from, I'm like, Okay, yeah, I definitely need to get this plushie for sure. And luckily enough, I actually did manage to get this for sure as a really nice Christmas present that I got from my grandmother back in 2013 for sure. So yeah, 2013, yeah, pretty much the year that I was actually more focused on my second channel at the time when my first channel was stuck in limbo for sure, and yeah, all that sort of stuff that I can name at the top of my head for sure. So yeah, I did manage to get this Fluttershy plushie pretty much as a nice Christmas present from, of course, my grandmother for sure, who actually did order this off of that said website. So yeah, thanks, Grandma, for sure. So. And yeah, I actually fell in love with it since then, and I did actually pretty much use this for, of course, most of my videos for sure. But then again, pretty much, if anything, as cool as it is for sure, and let's not forget to mention, pretty much in most of my early videos, I did kind of feature it, of course, when I did reviews on Season 4 of MLP for sure, probably back in the old days for sure. I do not recommend looking back on those because those videos were, well, fucking terrible looking back for sure. So yeah, I did manage to get this Fluttershy plushie, and I did utilize it in most of my videos. But then again, similar to, of course, pretty much my Dedenne plushie that I pretty much use for sure. If you have seen the majority of Season 2 of Family Movie Collaboration that I did years ago for sure, I actually did use this Fluttershy plushie and make it into a pretty much a character made exclusively for that said series, to which, ironically enough, I gave it the name, well, Fluttershy plushie for sure. Yep. You heard it right there, folks. I actually used this Fluttershy plushie as a character in Family Movie Collaboration, and I gave it the name Fluttershy plushie. If that doesn't sound like a massive amount of irony that I actually given to that said name that I've actually given to this one, I don't know what will. So, but yeah, regardless on that, I did actually pretty much use this Fluttershy plushie in Family Movie Collaboration, and yeah, ironically enough, I gave it the name Fluttershy plushie for sure. Yeah, it's pretty much yeah, pretty much if you actually recall Family Movie, pretty much if you actually have seen the majority of Season 2 of Family Movie Collaboration on my second channel that I did years ago, pretty much it actually pretty much almost has the almost had a little bit of characteristics from Fluttershy plushie in Friendship is Magic herself for sure, but she also did specializing, of course, helping me out, and of course, in most of the movies that I've actually reviewed for sure. So yeah, I think that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front for sure. Not really much from what I can gather for sure, but hey, I think it still worked for sure, and yeah, since then, I really did utilize this Fluttershy plushie quite well for sure, to really, to the best of my knowledge for sure, and luckily enough, it's not just a Family Movie Collaboration, but I did also carry out this character in most of my other videos that I've actually done, particularly most of them on my main channel for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. And the way that I actually utilize, again, a bit of puppeteering and stuff to give it some life for sure is actually well worth it. But although I think I will say, looking back on pretty much not just a Family Movie Collaboration, but also most of my other videos where I did try my hand at, of course, voicing the character herself, it just sounded terrible for sure. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. My attempts to actually voice Fluttershy for sure for this plushie right here for most of my videos, yeah, not very good when you really think about it. And for those who are wondering that I should have actually hired a female voice actress who can actually do a really great Fluttershy impression pretty much for this character in most of my videos, well, you'd be right on that for sure. In fact, I seriously gotta think about doing that if I ever do exactly that. To which, yeah, if you pretty much, again, if you have seen most of my videos, I did possibly hint that I would give Fluttershy Plushie a new voice for sure, and don't worry, I will for sure, yeah, for those who actually are asking, oh, let me voice Fluttershy Plushie, well, don't worry, hopefully if I get some things worked out, I am going to do a video pretty much announcing, of course, when I'll need voice actors and stuff for not just Fluttershy Plushie for sure, but also Rob, my pet Denny for sure. I do have some ideas on what they're going to sound like for sure, but I don't want to spoil it just yet, so yeah, but for now, I guess pretty much similar to what I did with, of course, my Dedenne plushie in the previous episode, I am going to go through this Fluttershy plushie completely on its own and completely out of character for the time being to give you the full idea of course, how well this actually turned out. So yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do, so let's get right to it. Alright, so yeah, now that we got the overlong explanation out of the way, to which, holy shit, I actually used a whole lot of oxygen to really get that out of the way for sure, but yeah, regardless on that, we can now go ahead and finally talk about this Fluttershy plushie, as you can see here, and yeah, I guess, given to what I've actually seen by far, yeah, you can definitely tell they really did an incredible job, and of course, making this one pretty much look exactly like Fluttershy plushie. Yeah, look exactly like Fluttershy herself for sure, and I really do admire what they actually did. The way it's actually shaped out and stuff for sure really is incredible, I'm not gonna lie, and I think they really did their homework to really make this one look great for sure, and even I think the nice color of course, the felt and stuff to really help shape out the body and stuff, and closely match the skin color, or I guess in this case, fur color of course, the character herself, really is quite incredible for sure. I really do like the way he actually turned out, so. And of course, let's not forget to mention, the mane, I'm not gonna lie, is of course really nicely done as well. You can definitely see it really does have that nice pink color that really matches it quite well, and even the tail is is pretty much that nice shade of pink that I really do admire for sure, and again, I really do like the nice bit of variety and stuff alongside the mane for sure to really match Fluttershy quite well. Like, of course, pretty much you have the short pretty much side of it on one side that would cover, I guess, pretty much all the way down towards half of the body for sure, all the way towards the long one on the other side for sure, pretty much almost towards halfway towards her legs for sure. So yeah, I guess stuff like that really is nicely done for sure, and the way it's actually they lined it up and they really lined it out for sure to make it look like pretty much the mane that you see pretty much from the character herself. It really is quite amazing, I'm not gonna lie, and I really do like details like that in plushies to really make it stand out quite well. And again, the same argument I can say for the tail for sure. Again, the way it's actually shaped out and stuff while still retaining that pink coloring, pretty much the base, and of course the lining along side for the nice detail and stuff. It really is quite amazing from what I can gather, and I really do think they accomplished that quite well for sure. So yeah, I guess it's pretty much what I could say on, of course, that front. So yeah, going back onto pretty much showing off what we need to show off. And I think the ears, I'm not gonna lie, is really nicely done for sure. Like you have one sticking out on this side, and again along the other side, you have this one pretty much hitting along side for sure alongside part of the mane. And again, details like that to really capture the character perfectly. That is really something to admire for sure. I really like what they actually did for sure. So yeah, and of course, let's not forget to mention the eyes, I'm not gonna lie, is actually nicely, perfectly done for sure. I mean, sure, you're not left with, of course, a nose or a mouth for sure, to which I assume that's probably not what the people at PonyPlushies were actually going for, hands down, but I guess it doesn't matter anyways. They wanted to make it the best that they can, and I think they really did it quite well. And again, pretty much looking over the eyes, I'm not gonna lie, that too is, of course, a nice big of a detail. They really pretty much accomplished quite well. The way they actually sewed it all together with, of course, pretty much a nice shade of black and white, and even a nice green color for sure, really is nicely done for sure. I really do like the way pretty much those eyes actually turned out for sure. Again, still retaining, of course, what's actually shown for the character herself for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much what I could say, of course, that front for sure. I'm really glad they really did that quite well for sure. So yeah, and of course, pretty much continuing onwards, I think pretty much going alongside the pretty much parts of the body, that too pretty much for the legs, I have to say. Again, they really do accomplish that quite well for sure. I really like pretty much the way they've actually done with, of course, the legs and stuff, making it a really nice, pretty much matching perfectly for sure in the correct height for sure. So yeah, and of course, seeing of how Fluttershy, yeah, and I guess seeing of how Fluttershy is, of course, a Pegasus, we should definitely talk about the wings for sure. And I'm not gonna lie, I really do think the wings for sure, it's actually nicely done for sure, and I really do like the way it actually turned out for sure to really make this stand out quite well for sure. And again, I think with details like that to make it all the more incredible for sure, that too is something I really couldn't help admire for sure. So yeah, and of course, finally, pretty much, we should definitely talk about Fluttershy's cutie mark for sure. And I'm not gonna lie, the way they actually accomplish her cutie mark is absolutely spot on for sure. The way they actually incorporate the three butterflies for sure, again, is of course done through some really nice sewing techniques they actually did, and even some nice colors for sure, with a nice pretty much with some nice blend of course, pink and green for sure, which is actually quite nice. And I'll even give it props for sure that they not only pretty much hanging this on one side, but of course, if I can get it on properly, yeah, but also on the other side as well for sure. That alone, I do think is nicely done for sure, and I really do think they did an incredible job, and of course, incorporating that in for sure. Again, details like that is of course what really makes plushies like this stand out quite well, and I'm really glad they did it. So yeah, I guess with everything that I've actually said, I think it would actually show on how much I actually really enjoyed this one for sure. So yeah. Alrighty then, so yeah, I guess with all that said and done, that's pretty much everything that I can say about this Fluttershy plushie for sure. So yeah, overall, you can definitely tell that even after 11 years since after I've got this one as a Christmas present for sure, I definitely do think this Fluttershy plushie really holds up even to this day for sure. And I really do admire, of course, what they actually did to really make this one pretty much stand out quite well. pretty much it did a fantastic job in holding up on its own for sure, but it really does want to capture the look and the feel of Fluttershy herself for sure. And I really do think the guys over at PonyPlushies really did an incredible job in, of course, accomplishing that for sure. So yeah. And I guess for that, I think, I guess in the end, I do think this is actually well worth it for sure. So yeah, it's a brilliant plushie back then, and it's a brilliant plushie now for sure. So yeah, and I guess in the long run, I do think this is actually well worth it for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. So yeah, if you are looking for pretty much to get something like this later on down the road for sure, sadly, currently as of now, by the time this video goes live, the website that I've mentioned, where of course this plushie was sold, PonyPlushies.com, sadly is now currently defunct as we speak. Which is actually quite sad for sure. But if you are looking for an alternative for sure, then don't worry. There's plenty of other listings and stuff for other Fluttershy plushies out there for sure that you can definitely get your hands on for sure. So yeah, if you can definitely find listings like that, I'd say definitely buy it as a really good alternative to this for sure. But for now, I'm definitely going to keep hold of course, this one for sure. Again, it's a brilliant plushie from back then, and it's a brilliant plushie now for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. So yeah. And I guess on that thought alone, that'll pretty much do exactly that. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this latest episode. And by all means, let me know in the comments down below on what you thought of this one overall. I would definitely love to know on what you guys think. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Thank you guys so much for watching this latest episode. And now I'll be quite curious to see what I'll talk about in the next episode for sure. So yeah, what to do. Oh, did you hear the trumpet? I can't believe it's that time again. And oh yeah, now I remember that sound means that it's time for me to look over my DVD and Blu-ray collection once again. So, oh boy. Yeah, looks like it's that time of year again for sure. So yeah. I guess for the next episode, we're going to be diving back into my DVD and Blu-ray collection for sure. So, like I said, that I actually got since pretty much the last time I did it over a year ago. Well, you're definitely going to have to tune in to see for yourself. So yeah, but I guess until then, thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, I'll see you in the next episode. So, I can't wait to show off on what I've got next. So yeah, I'll definitely see you guys in the next episode where we're going to be diving into the DVDs and Blu-rays I've added in for the past year for sure. So yeah, take care, guys. So if you want to be like these guys and show your support to us, then go to patreon.com/AckleyTackTV to pledge now, do so, and get some awesome rewards within your budget. Hey guys, this is AckleyTack4427 here. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. Feel free to like, comment, and share if you enjoy what you're seeing. If you like what you see here and want to see more videos coming up, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button and switch on the notification bell to get notifications and select all notifications to be notified for when we post a new video. And don't forget to switch on notifications on your phone as well. Also, don't forget to check out my second channel and our 2-member channel with Sam the Thomas Fan 1, SamAttack4427TheThomasFan1 Productions for plenty more content you can't find on here. You can check both of our channels out with the links or by our handles provided on screen.
feel free to shoot me an email with my email address provided, backley95@hotmail.com, if you want to ask me a question, want to collab with me for a project you've got in the works, or if you want to book me to be featured for a convention coming up. Follow me on my social media pages on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to keep up to date with me on updates, announcements, and new releases of my videos, as well as plenty of others I've got with my handles provided, as well as the links down in the description box below. Also, don't forget to follow me on TikTok for other videos I've got aside from the ones I've posted on YouTube, and on Twitch for any future live streams I've got coming up soon, as well as join our official Discord server to see what we've provided. If you wish to show your support to me, then feel free to check out my Patreon to get sneak peeks of my videos coming up before they go up online, as well as getting access to updates and playing more, in addition to getting some awesome rewards within your budget. Also, don't forget to check out and show your support to me on my wishlist on Amazon, and even supporting me at streamlabs.com/AckleyTACTV/tip that you can find in the description box below, as well as on my Twitch page. And in case you can't find any of the links that are provided, then not to worry about a thing. All the links and stuff are also provided on my link tree that you can also find in the description box below, as well as a few selected number of my social media pages. Other than that, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll be sure to see you in the next video. Take care.